All right, so Claude has done it again. All right, this feature is absolutely insane and is going to change the trajectory of how we actually use this technology. This is massive. This is essentially like Claude 2.0, and welcome to the agentic AI revolution. So I'm going to walk you through the setup. I'm going to walk you through some safety precautions I want you to take before even touching the technology. And I'm gonna walk you through some very cool use cases and how to get the most out of this, because I've been using it since it came out a few hours ago and it's absolutely insane. So like I said, this just came out a few hours ago, okay, and absolutely went viral. We have 15 million views. So Claude now can use your computer to complete tasks. It opens your apps, navigates your browser, fills in spreadsheets, anything you do sitting at your desk. This is the true 24/7 employee everyone's been talking about. It's right here. It's in research preview in Claude Cowork and Claude Code and Mac OS only. It's coming to Windows very shortly. Claude uses your connected apps first, Slack, Calendar, and other integrations. When there's no connector for the tool you need, it asks for your permission to open the app on your screen directly. Assign a task from your phone, turn your attention to something else, and come back to finish work on your computer, right? So now we can use Dispatch and it can have access to the entire computer. Obviously, there's pros and cons to that, but you can tell Claude wants to scan your email every morning or pull a report every Friday, and it handles it from there, right? And now we can even utilize the scheduled tasks in Cowork to pull this whole thing together. I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. So now we're in Claude and we're gonna set it up. Before we set it up, I want you to do a few things. So we're going to take one safety precaution. We're going to come into settings. Now, a lot of people actually don't fill out the personal preferences, okay? So just to be clear, your preferences will apply to all conversations. So this is super important, and this is why I have very similar safety guardrails in Cowork and global instructions. I suggest you do the same. But just to be clear here, we have some preferences, right? Such as before every task, we have a planning rule, we have a communication style, we have output defaults, clarification rule, we have an uncertainty protocol. Most importantly, never delete any files without my explicit confirmation. With each and every update, you are giving more of your life to AI. So yes, obviously Claude is doing a ton of that on the back end. They have those safety precautions already set in place, but I do want to go the extra mile just to put this in. It takes 2 seconds. This will be down below as well. I suggest you kind of do the same. Now, when that is set up, let's actually set up computer use. You're going to come to the desktop app. You have to have the desktop app. Most of us do. You're going to come to general. Now you're going to do a few things. Computer use, this is it here. As you can see, it's toggled on for me. And they do provide insight of what this whole thing is. So turn on your computer use. Claude will take screenshots of your screen and control your mouse and keyboard. You'll approve each app. Keep in mind, some actions can't be undone. Apps you approve could open other apps you haven't approved. Websites and docs could contain malicious instructions. Close anything sensitive. So we're going to turn that on, but just know, yes, you are giving, again, a lot more room for Claude to do some things. Then, with that being said, for it to actually control your screen, do the screenshots, control the keyboard, you're going to give access to accessibility. All you're going to do is just press those two. As you can see, I already did it. Press those two. It's going to bring you to settings, and you're going to just configure those. Now, my screen recording wasn't working for some reason. So actually, I had to go through Claude and use it, and then it actually prompted me to do it. And so then eventually it worked. So if one of these two don't work, just start using computer use, and eventually I think it will probably prompt you, and then that seemed to work for me. Then you're gonna shut down Claude, and then you're gonna restart it essentially, and now you have access to it. All right, so check this out. Write an X post, and again, you're seeing this on my screen. We're using Dispatch. Write an X post about how you, the AI, are using the new computer use feature in Claude to make this post on my behalf. Then comment to 4 popular people on X regarding their most recent posts. We're going to send. As you can see now, it's populated on my screen as well. Now, if you are using Dispatch, you probably know by now to keep it awake. Toggle this on. When enabled, Claude will prevent your computer from going to sleep. If you're at the gym, sometimes I get amazing ideas at the gym. I'll pull out Dispatch and it'll just start working, and I'll come back to some work. Now, the reason this is asking questions or questions like this is because global instructions, again, safety guardrails, now it's asking for clarification. So for the X post, do you want it to be a serious educational tone showing what AI can do for business owners, or more playful meta? Definitely going to do playful / meta. Should I pick from people you follow or go for big names? Go for big names. This is going to be fun. Let me drop the main post first. So that has been sent. Got it. No M dashes. I'll make sure the post and replies to sound natural, no, not robotic. Let me draft the main post and scout the big accounts now. So this is the browser here. I am not going to touch anything, and it's just going to do it all for me. So again, hands are free. And this is it doing its thing. All right. So again, you're giving access to a ton of things. Now, interestingly enough, I was using this to actually DM other people, like to continue commenting on other people's posts. And I said it basically just started posting randomly for me. And I was like, wait a minute, I wanted to switch that up. It basically made it sound very AI. I was like, wait, I was actually going to tell you to change some things, and it just started posting. I was like, what the heck? But it goes back to, again, communication. So again, treat this like an employee, right? If you have an SDR or whatever, treat it like an employee. You have to basically treat it. You have to teach it like an employee, right? So take away M dashes. Don't make it sound like AI, X, Y, and Z, because the clearer, the better. All right, so we have some people. We got Hermosi here. And then also we do have the ability to use this in Claude. So here it is. Here's everything drafted, no M dashes, natural tone. Main post. This post was written, reviewed, and published by an AI sitting on my computer right now. Not a scheduling tool, not a template. Claude is literally using my mouse, my keyboard, and my browser to type this out and hit post. It just replied to 4 people in my feed before writing this. Welcome to the future of content. The question isn't whether AI can do this, it's what you're going to do while it does. All right, that's not bad. It's good. We'll post it. Replies, Navel, a lot of software, perfect. Sam, Gary V. Okay, so it is posting. I don't know if we'll see if it asks me for approval or not. This is the most part founders aren't ready for. Let's see. I guess it didn't. So just posts. All right. Your post was sent. Very cool. And X is not going to detect whether that's AI or not. That's the issue we're going to fall into. And so my first thought comes to imagine just setting an outreach bot using Cowork as a scheduling mechanism to say basically scrape a bunch of leads for me at 8 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, for instance. Use computer use to get all that data for me, connect it to my Slack or whatever, and then use my social media accounts to then comment, post X, Y, and Z. And if they post back, provide them with this link or whatever, right? So it's going to be interesting to see, again, no hands. It's going to be interesting to see, like, this is going to be the future. And there's going to be a ton of bots. There's going to be more bots than humans out here, right? And it is, again, still very slow, but it's getting the job done. It's a junior. You got to treat it like a junior. And again, when it had that misstep, when I originally wanted it to just go start posting and commenting, it didn't ask, and it just started sending some stuff out. Like that looks a little better, right? It's not complete. Obviously, there's no M dashes, which is good. It listened. It's gonna post. All right. Sam Altman, if you're watching, please like. That would be hilarious. This update just came out. Subscribe if you want more information on the latest and greatest of everything AI. All right. We have Gary V, the man himself. He's gonna get a bot reply. Again, whatever you do on a daily basis, this thing can do. So if that is essentially like setting up the studio equipment, if that is pulling up your Loom, OBS, if that is setting up documents, presentations, you can literally just do that from your bed, right? If you still have Claude Cowork on kind of thing, if you have that toggled on, you can do it from your bed, create it, and then you can get like it's insane. The use cases of this are insane. And Gary V is going to think that is me. Gary, it's not me. Welcome to the new world. And then just post on your behalf. Yes, you can do that with the API stuff, but this is free and you can just do it from your computer. Hierarchy here is real. Most people skip straight to trying to work smart before they put in enough reps to even know what smart looks like. Alex, my friend, please like this. Are you sure you posted? It's lying to me already. So here we go. So it's starting to do its thing. It's going to look to see if we posted or not. Again, subscribe. This is absolutely nuts. Again, it's going to take some screenshots, right? So it's got to see, It's got to go to the posts, then it's got to see how to actually message, then it's got to see how to comment, all that stuff. So that's why it takes some time. I checked your profile and I'm not seeing the main post. It looks like it didn't actually publish. The replies to Neville, Sam Altman, Gary Vee, and Hermosi have gone through though. Let me check your replies tab to confirm those, and then I'll repost the main tweet properly. That's actually valid. Let me see. Okay, so the comments went through. There it is. This post was written, reviewed, and published by an AI sitting on my computer right now. Not a scheduling tool, not a template. Claude is literally using my mouse, my keyboard, my browser to type this out and hit post. It just replied to 4 people in my feed before. All right, and posted. There it is. There it is. It just replied to 4 people in my feed before writing this. Welcome to the future of content. The question isn't whether AI can do this, it's what you're going to do while it does. Confirmed everything is live now. I just verified on your profile. Main post is up. You can see it at the top of your feed. All 4 replies are live too. Yep, perfect. Ready to move on to the meta ads. Got to be kind to the AI. Great freaking job today. Amazing. So that is essentially the new feature, computer use. Showed you how to set it up, some safety parameters before using any of it, and now has access to a lot. All right, so be careful. So if you want to stay up to the latest and greatest of everything AI, subscribe. And this is absolutely insane. And again, this is just the tip of the iceberg, what I just showed you. Think about all the stuff you can schedule now, and you can actually have computer use do those things for you. This is the true 24/7 AI employee at your fingertips. All right, thanks for sticking around. As always, my friends, more important than ever, stay human, and I'll see you next time.